public domain. I'm Lance Horne, and this is I Don't Care, made famous in the 1909 Ziegfeld Follies, sung by Eva Tanguay, written by Gene Lennox and Harriet O. Sutton, and it could have been written today. They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent, I'm a clever race descendant. My star is on the ascendant, that's why I don't care. I don't care, I don't care what they may think of me. I'm happy-go-lucky, they say I am plucky, so jolly and carefree. I don't care, I don't care if I do get the mean and stony stare. If I'm never successful, it won't be distressful, 'cause I don't care. Some people say I think I'm it, but I don't care. They say they don't like me a bit, but I don't care. 'Cause my good nature effervescing is one there is no distressing. My spirit there is no oppressing, just 'cause I don't care. I don't care, I don't care if people don't like me. I'll try to outlive it, I know I'll forgive it and live contentedly. I don't care if people do not try to treat me fair. There is naught can amaze me, dislike cannot daze me, 'cause I don't care. These songs from 100 years ago have a special resonance, and right now it's wonderful to be able to share them with you and include artists from all around the world, thanks to HOTA. So the first artist up is joining us from California. She is a regular on our Mondays in the Club and happens to be out west right now with a song in her heart. And that song in particular was written in 1909. We'll talk about it afterwards. First up, Lauren Elder.
Hi Australia, I'm Lauren Elder. I'm going to sing you a song from the public domain. I found a new baby, a sweet honey boy. My fashion play baby has thrilled me with joy. His new way of loving has made me his slave. His sweet turtle Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, Lauren Elder. That was not a song from 1909. It's a song from 1926. And the really cool thing about it is the writers, Jack Palmer and Spencer Williams, had written a song 2 years prior with a very similar title called Everybody Loves My Baby, but My Baby Don't Love Nobody But Me. Everybody loves my baby, but my baby don't love anybody but me. And this was their follow-up song, a little bit like It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want To got followed up with Judy's Turn to Cry. I think it's really fun when artists do that. I'll be looking for that throughout this series to see what lineage we've got. Lauren is safely in California, and there's another wonderful person who sings with us a lot at Club Cumming, and she has been truly at sea. Her name is Cinderella, and she is docked in Dover. Over to you, Cinderella.
I grew up in a second-hand household because we sell second-hand stuff, from teeny tiny nail to big kitchen industrial equipment. I got used to them growing up, and sometimes I use them too. My name is Irishrose Cinderella, and I have a song for you. Yes.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Father had a business, strictly second hand. Everything from toothpick to a baby grand. Stuff in our apartment came from Father's store. Even things I'm wearing, someone wore before. It's no wonder that I feel abused. I never have a thing that ain't been used. I'm wearing second-hand hats, second-hand clothes. That's why they call me second-hand rose. Even the piano in the parlor, Father bought for 10 cents on a dollar. Second-hand pearls, I'm wearing second-hand curls. I never get a single thing that's new. Even Jake the plumber, he's the man I adore, had the nerve to tell me he was married before. Everyone knows that I'm just second-hand rose from Second Avenue. I'm wearing second-hand shoes, second-hand toes. All the girls hand me their second-hand bows. Even my pajama when I don them have somebody else's initials on them. Second-hand pearls, I'm wearing second-hand curls. I never get a single thing that's new. Even Jake the plumber, he's a man I adore, have the nerve to tell me he was married before. Everyone knows that I'm just second-hand rose from Second Avenue.
is Secondhand Rose from the Ziegfeld Follies of 1921, and it was spectacularly performed in its origination by Fanny Brice. You might know it from Funny Girl, which is the musical with Barbra Streisand portraying Fanny Brice as a biopic, really, and as a stage piece before that. It was really a concept to incorporate Fanny Brice music with original music. It really hadn't been done much before to meld those two. It's almost like a jukebox musical is today. And Funny Girl played the Winter Garden, but the Ziegfeld Follies were down the street at the Luntfontein, and they opened 99 years ago this month. I got to play the Luntfontein last year with Amanda Palmer and Regina Spektor for one night only, and it was amazing to stand on that stage and feel the space and just the ghosts of all these follies that were there. One of the great things about the Follies was they would introduce large audiences to new stars and new songs, and it was a really cultural pivot to bring the masses to this new glitz and glam of Ziegfeld's world. Part of the allure was these beautiful, beautiful performers that he would bring, and that also had a lot of scandal with it. If you want to dig deeper, look into some of the scandals. They're pretty amazing. And the Ziegfeld Theater is now where Disney has set up shop. It was derelict until the Disneyfication of Times Square, and one of the most beautiful things that Disney was able to do is restore it to its original glory. So if you get another second, look on the internet to the Ziegfeld Theater, and the top floor of it is still intact, rumor is. That was where they would have the crazy parties with all of the Ziegfeld Follies girls. And the Follies themselves were the inspiration for Sondheim and Hal Prince's landmark production musical, Follies, which didn't come until the 70s, but the idea of a reunion of all of those people in the space. For those of you that were at HOTA when Shoshana Bean and I got to come and play there with Secret Broadway, the first edition where we were looking at the different chapters of the book by Jack Purtell, the I Want song from Funny Girl was what we opened the second act with, if you remember I'm the Greatest Star. So that was written for Barbra Streisand, or the character that Barbra eventually played. But the signature Secondhand Rose song is also interpolated into the score. It's a really interesting idea that a score would be both original and interpreting hits. I guess it would be like if you were going to do Beetlejuice, for instance, you kind of have to have the big song, which they did. If you want to go on a dive to see how they incorporated that into the score, Eddie was brilliant. And up next, speaking of animals and things you might want to say 3 times fast, like Carole-Baskin, Carole-Baskin, Carole-Baskin. This band, Bandits on the Run, was going to go to South by Southwest, but has now split their lockdown together, making this.
Hey there, you cool cats and kittens. This is Bandits on the Run here at Big Bandits Big Rescue Entertainment. And we, like everybody else in social isolation, watched Tiger King, Netflix's new documentary series, and it was fucking bananas. So we wrote a fucking bananas song. Why? Because we're stuck together with all the time in the world. Take my arm to the center of the cage. I don't care. I believe. Swallow me up into your passion or your rage. No one sees me like you do. Now I need you. Everyone's bound to say don't fall in love this way. It's dangerous. You're brainwashed. What's so wrong about being afraid? At least someone wants you to say. I get to slip into something a little more prideful. Are you judging or are you jealous? Maybe I'm above the law, but I'm under your power. Everyone's bound to say, don't fall in love this way. It's dangerous. Your brain awash. What's so wrong about being the prey? At least someone wants you to stay. Two bullets lay in the gun with our names forged by fire. I'd do anything for this land. I've already given my hand. But if deep in your heart there is some other secret desire, let me know your will. I'm happy to kill. Everyone's bound to say, don't fall in love this way. It's dangerous. Your brain awash. What's so wrong about being the prey? At least someone wants you to stay. Whoa! I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm from Oklahoma and I don't know the strength of my own power. Oh, sorry.
That is Bandits on the Run. Their website, banditsontheRun.nyc. They go by the names Bonanza Jellyfish, Roy Dodger, and simply Clarissa. I wanted to point out that I was not fed to a tiger. It's just that the disinfectants and the hand washing have taken their toll on my skin. And so I'm bleeding, but it's all contained and it's okay, and I'm healing fairly quickly. Just all these glissandos can wear a person out. Looking forward to seeing you again next week. I'll leave you as we do each time with the 7 p.m. applause for New York City and everywhere, all the workers connecting us. And thanks again to everyone at HOTA for connecting us. Looking forward to next week. If you want to do a little advanced research, do a deep dive, look for Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out, and look at the song Nobody and see what modern musical theater song it reminds you of. If you need a clue, think Candor and Ebb. All right, see you next week.
Mm.